Welcome to High-Tech Hydroponics. This is Noah Brooks here, your general manager, here to talk about Kessel's new line of LED spotlighting. We have the H350 series, and it's been redesigned with a slightly larger profile canister and a larger lens, which is delivering more output per unit. They're about 2.5 times the power of the original unit, and at about 1.5 times the price. So you're getting quite a bit of value here with these lights. So they have two new spectrums, two new colors that they've come out with this time. And we have a deep purple, which we're showing right now, which is mainly focused on vegetative spectrum. It's got an amplified blue spectrum range, so you're going to get a lot more branching, more lush foliage. In fact, a side-by-side comparison with a 1,000-watt light this time that I personally did showed tighter nodal spacing, more lush and bigger foliage, more side branching, and just an overall better response from the light. So then we have the Magenta spectrum, and discussing the performance of the Magenta in a side-by-side comparison, we were getting really good performance and not quite keeping up with your 1,000-watt light, but doing a really good job of outperforming a 600-watt light. The 4 spots together on the fixture here is set to cover a 4x4 area, which is good to grow, you know, anywhere between 6 large plants and 12 to 16 very short plants. And penetration is really impressive. It's doing much better than the H350s, and overall energy consumption is down about 66% based on your 1,000-watt light. What everybody wants to know about is bloom. The Magenta spectrum of the H350 lights that we've tested so far have been performing very well in bloom. The primary differences that we've seen happen when you immediately change your lights into bloom. As everybody knows, HPS lights tend to make your plants want to stretch. There's many nutrients that we use to try and combat this stretching period in your plants, but Kessel seems to have done something about it. What we saw is that the stretch phase in the first 3 weeks of flowering was reduced by 50% while building about 2 times the amount of nodal spacing per square inch of stem to provide a much larger bloom with tighter flower clusters. Further into flowering, we were seeing quite a bit of emphasis in essential oil production and fragrance and aroma in plants. The foliage was a lot more lush than a 1,000-watt HPS, and branching seemed to be a lot more stimulated. So overall, I guess the focus of these lights is really favoring a more compact and bushier plant that you can grow in closer proximity. Easing into ripening from this light in their final stage of bloom, we found there was no halt or delay in metabolic responses in terms of getting your plants to really kick into that 3rd trimester of bloom, and really big, lush, flavorful fruits at the end. Overall, a very good product. The price is right where it should be at $427.95 for each light, and at 86.4 watts a piece of electrical draw. You can't beat that.